Hello, welcome to Heat Pumps for Homes. This is Melissa Birch. I'm with the Clean Energy Resource Teams based at the University of Minnesota Extension. In this video, I'll be talking about heat pumps. So starting with some information about air source heat pumps, then a little bit about ground source or geothermal heat pumps, followed by a few resources related to heat pumps available from CERTS. All right, getting started with air source heat pumps. Why do we do heat pumps in Minnesota? Well, it turns out that given how much energy we spend heating and air conditioning our homes, the choices that we make about the systems we use for that are really, really important. So we have 300 hours of cooling needs per year in Minnesota and about 2,000 hours of heating needs. So this is a really big deal. An air source heat pump is an air conditioner that also operates in reverse. So it efficiently heats and cools with electricity by moving heat rather than making heat. So it takes a lot less energy to move heat than it does to create heat. And so it provides up to 3 times as much heat energy to a home as the electric energy it uses. So in Minnesota, we think, okay, winter is cold, but even cold air has heat to give because it could always be colder. So the difference between cold and colder is heat. And so outdoor compressors of the heat pump move that heat into the home. So an air source heat pump has 2 main parts. It has an outdoor unit and an indoor unit, and it has refrigerant lines that go between the two. There are 2 basic options for setups. So it could be a ductless, or sometimes you might hear that called a mini split, or it could be a central or ducted system. So with a ductless system, you have an outdoor unit that sits outside and it looks a lot like an air conditioner unit. And then that is connected to the indoor unit that would be mounted on a wall in your home. You can have multiple indoor units for each outdoor unit so that you would put an indoor unit in each main space that you need to have heated or cooled. With a central or ducted system, you would be looking at having an outdoor unit, and then that is connected to another unit that is attached to the air handler in your home. So looking at advantages of ductless or mini split heat pumps, you have opportunities for zoned heating and cooling because each indoor unit can be individually controlled. And that's a really good fit if you want to maximize your energy savings and comfort in each room. And also if you don't have existing ductwork. So it's a really good fit if your existing heat is radiators, in-floor, or electric baseboard heat, and is very good for adding cooling or getting rid of window AC units. A central or ducted heat pump system makes use of your existing ductwork and your existing furnace fan, and it operates as a central air conditioner, but also provides heating. So it's a good fit if your existing system is forced air, and if you're looking to get a new or replacement central AC unit. There are also 2 other main categories of units, and you can find these in central air or in ducted systems or ductless systems, and they have to do with the compressors. So a standard unit is going to be either a single stage or a two-stage unit, and it's good for heating in shoulder seasons, as well as for replacing AC when you plan to keep a different primary heat source. A variable speed compressor adjusts the speed of the compressor in many small steps, and it's great for heating below freezing temperatures. And so these are what you're going to hear called cold climate heat pumps. You're still going to need a secondary heat source for really cold days, like sub-zero days, but you can do most of your heating. This can be your primary heat source for most of your heating hours. So in order for a heat pump to be a primary heating system for you, you'll need a cold climate air source heat pump. It heats efficiently down to about 5 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll still want to keep a secondary heating system for the really cold days, but this will work as your primary heating system. So if you need to keep a separate heat source, why would you switch? Well, it turns out that you can save tremendously as compared to if you have electric resistance heat or baseboard heat. You can save about 55% on your energy costs. If you have a propane furnace, again, you're going to see really significant savings on your energy costs, 30%. With natural gas, it's a little trickier. So a heat pump will provide energy savings because it's much more efficient, but cost savings are less likely. So you might consider heat pumps for other reasons, either if you're trying to get a net zero or all electric home, or you want really efficient air conditioning, or you want fuel flexibility. Like if natural gas temperatures go way up and you want to switch to electric, you can, if you have a heat pump, you can do that. And these might be cases where you might specifically be looking at those standard standard heat pumps. So we have a number of resources on our website. Take a look at stories that we have about heat pumps in Minnesota. Just follow the QR code there. And then we can talk a little bit about ground source or geothermal heat pumps. With ground source heat pumps, the heat transfer is with the ground instead of the outdoor air. They are extremely energy efficient and can meet 100% of heating and cooling needs of homes in Minnesota. Ground source heat pumps do have very high upfront costs, but they have very low operating costs. It's important to think about lot size because there is excavation required. So you might run vertical loops in the ground with the refrigerant, in which case it's a little bit of excavation. If it's horizontal loops, then you're going to need more excavation space. If we look at efficiency, what you see is that ground source heat pumps are 3 to 3.5% times as efficient as just resistance heat. Resources on the CERT's website include our guide to air source heat pumps, and they recommend that if you're interested in heat pumps, you contact your electric utility provider, get 2 to 3 bids from skilled contractors, and ask contractors the right questions. And we have a list of those questions available on our website. And remember, check for utility programs. So there are rebates potentially available from your electric utility, as well as other energy efficiency items, averaged monthly bill programs, payment plans, and additional programs for income qualified homes. Thanks for joining me, And remember, you can always get in touch with us at ambassadors@cleanenergyresourceteams.org.